The video opens with soft, dramatic music rising under a black screen. Then a calm voice speaks. You are about to see a story that reminds us why Britain's Got Talent is one of the most powerful stages in the world. A stage where dreams collide with destiny, where ordinary people become unforgettable, and where some of the brightest stars begin their journey. Today, we follow the incredible moment an 11-year-old boy named Olly Pearson walked onto the BGT stage with nothing but a guitar in his hands and courage in his heart. And trust me, what happened next left even Simon Cowell stunned. Before we begin, if you love stories of talent, surprises, and raw emotion, make sure you stick through this entire video because Olly's journey is one you will remember long after the screen goes dark. Now, let's step into the moment the world met the small boy with the giant gift. The lights inside the London Palladium dim softly as the judges take their seats. Simon Cowell, leaning back in his chair with that familiar mixture of curiosity and skepticism, glances toward the stage. He didn't know it yet, but the next contestant would be someone he would talk about for years. Next to him, Amanda Holden adjusts her microphone, Alesha Dixon smiles warmly, and Bruno Tonioli claps along with the cheering audience. Then, the stage door opens. A small, shy boy walks out. He's holding a guitar nearly the size of his body. His steps are careful, his eyes scanning the audience with a mixture of excitement and nerves. His blonde hair falls slightly over his forehead, and when he reaches the center of the stage, he gently adjusts the guitar strap on his shoulder. Amanda leans forward. Hello, sweetheart. What's your name? The boy clears his throat softly, his voice gentle. My name is Olly. Olly Pearson. I'm 11 years old. The crowd reacts immediately with warm applause. The judges smile, and even Simon softens, giving a small nod as he studies the boy's instrument. Amanda smiles again. And what will you be doing for us today, Olly? I'll be playing the guitar, he says. A song I've practiced for a long time. I hope you like it. Alesha asks, are you nervous? Olly blushes a little. A bit. But my mum always says to be brave. Hearing that, the audience lets out an encouraging, ah. Bruno places a hand dramatically over his heart. Simon, with a slight grin, says, well, Olly, show us what you've got. Olly takes a slow breath. His small hands move confidently to the guitar strings. For a moment, the entire theater is silent, and then, his fingers begin to dance. Not simple chords. Not easy notes. What comes out of the guitar is something no one expected from an 11-year-old. A sound so rich, so emotional, so sharp with skill that the audience freezes in awe. The melody rises like a wave, smooth but powerful. His fingers glide across the strings with speed and precision. Every note is clean, confident, and full of soul. People in the audience begin whispering in astonishment. A woman in the second row covers her mouth. A man nods in pure disbelief. The camera cuts to Simon Cowell. His eyebrows raise instantly. He leans forward, his typical judge composure replaced with genuine surprise. A moment later, something magical happens. Olly begins playing a section so fast, so technically flawless that Bruno stands up without realizing it. His hands lift automatically. The audience gasps. Even Alesha can't help but whisper, wow. As the music fills the entire theater, something even more surprising happens. The emotions in the melody shift. What started as skill transforms into a story. The guitar cries, laughs, breathes. Every note feels alive. For someone so young to carry that much emotion in their playing, it feels impossible. The camera again cuts to Simon. He sits completely still, focused, entranced. His eyes don't leave the boy for a second. And if you look closely, you can see it, the exact moment Simon realizes that this child is something special. Something rare. Then, in a sudden burst, Olly hits the climax of the piece. The melody explodes with intensity. The speed increases, the pattern becomes more complex, and yet he does not miss a single note. His fingers blur with motion. The entire audience is now out of their seats. People cheer, clap, shout his name. Energy fills the room. Olly finishes with a final, dramatic strum. The last chord rings through the hall like a heartbeat. And then, silence. A silence so pure that even the cameras seem to pause. And then, the entire theater erupts into the loudest standing ovation an 11-year-old could ever dream of. Amanda stands with her hands in the air. Alesha is clapping loudly. Bruno is shouting something joyful. And Simon is staring at Olly with an expression that says everything. Respect, pride, shock, wonder. Olly looks overwhelmed. He smiles shyly, clutching the guitar close to his chest. His breathing is shaky, but his eyes sparkle with relief and joy. Simon finally speaks. Olly, he says slowly, I have done this show for many, many years. And I don't think I've ever heard someone your age play the guitar with that level of emotion, and that level of skill. It was unbelievable. The audience cheers again. Amanda adds, you're a star, Olly. Truly. Bruno bursts out dramatically, you are a musical wizard. At 11. This is insane. Alesha leans into her mic. You have a gift. A real one. Olly blushes, whispering, thank you. But then something happens that makes the entire moment unforgettable. Simon looks at the other judges. He looks at the audience. Then he stands up slowly. The crowd senses it immediately. Whispers start. People begin shouting. They know what's coming. Simon walks toward the center of the judges' panel, his eyes still fixed on the young guitarist. He presses his hand down with force. And the theater explodes. The golden buzzer slams down. Gold confetti bursts from everywhere, sparkling in the lights, raining down over Olly as the music swells. The boy gasps, dropping his hand over his mouth in disbelief. Tears glisten in his eyes as he looks around, overwhelmed by the moment. His mother backstage cries uncontrollably, covering her face, then running out to hug him tightly. The audience screams. People jump, clap, cry, cheer. The judges stand together, smiling. Amanda wipes a tear. Bruno claps above his head. Alesha beams proudly. But the most meaningful moment comes when Simon walks onto the stage. He stands next to Olly, the confetti swirling around them. He gently places a hand on the boy's shoulder. You're going straight to the live shows, he says. You earned this. You're special. Remember that. Olly nods, tears falling freely now. Thank you so much, he whispers. Simon smiles softly. No, Olly. Thank you. The video closes with shots of Olly hugging his family, the judges discussing how extraordinary he is, and the audience still cheering long after he leaves the stage. The narrator's voice returns. Moments like this don't happen every day. Moments that remind us how talent can come from anyone, any age, anywhere. Olly Pearson didn't just play the guitar. He captured hearts, silenced an entire theater, and earned one of the most powerful golden buzzers of the season. And something tells us, this is only the beginning of his story. Begins moments after Olly leaves the Britain's Got Talent stage, still shaking from the shock of the golden buzzer. Backstage, gold confetti clings to his clothes and hair. He keeps brushing it off, laughing nervously through tears. His mum is holding him tightly, her eyes red from crying, but she can't stop smiling. She whispers something into his ear, something warm, something only a mother would say after watching her child achieve something unbelievable. Olly wipes his tears and tries to speak, but the words get stuck in his throat from the overwhelming emotion. A crew member approaches with a camera, asking how he feels. Olly tries to answer, but his voice cracks again. He covers his face, overwhelmed, and laughs a little. Then he finally manages to say, I can't believe this is real. Simon Cowell he just gave me the golden buzzer. His mum places her hand on his shoulder. You earned it, sweetheart. You earned every second of it. Meanwhile, the judges are still talking about him at their panel. The audience is buzzing. People in the seats discuss how incredible his playing was. Some say they've never heard an 11-year-old with that level of musical depth. Others say he might become one of the greatest guitarists of his generation. The air is full of excitement and electricity, the kind that only appears when someone extraordinary steps onto the stage. Simon sits back in his chair, watching the replay of the performance on his monitor. His expression is different from the usual judge face everyone recognizes. It's softer, more reflective. He watches the moment Olly's fingers flew across the strings, and he shakes his head slightly, genuinely impressed. He says quietly, almost to himself, that kid is something else. Amanda hears him and smiles. You know you made his whole life today. Simon replies, he made mine. Performances like that. That's why I do this show. The cameras capture this exchange, but the real magic is happening backstage, where Olly is still surrounded by confetti, crew members, and excited fellow contestants. Some of them clap for him, others hug him, and a few younger contestants look at him like he's just become their hero. He smiles shyly, not used to so much attention. Fame wasn't something he was expecting. He just wanted to play his guitar. A producer brings him a small bottle of water and asks him to come to the interview area. Olly nods and follows, his guitar still strapped to him because he refuses to put it down. It's as if the instrument is a part of him, an extension of his heart. He sits on a stool in front of the interview backdrop and takes a deep breath. The interviewer smiles warmly. Olly, millions of people are going to see what you did today. What do you want to say to them? Olly thinks for a moment. Then he answers with simple sincerity. I just hope they feel something when I play. That's all I want. Music. It's my way of talking. The interviewer smiles, moved by the purity of his answer. And Simon Cowell giving you the golden buzzer, how did that feel? Olly's eyes widen again, the shock returning. I didn't think someone like him would ever like my music that much. He's always honest. He tells the truth. And he said, I'm special. I'll never forget that. While Olly speaks, the scene cuts to a montage of his journey before he reached the BGT stage. Clips show him practicing in a small bedroom, posters of guitars on the walls, sunlight streaming through the window. Another clip shows him at a small school talent show, playing quietly as the audience of parents clap politely. Another moment shows him sitting on the couch at home, watching old clips of famous guitarists, pausing the screen, studying their finger movements, then trying to imitate them on his own guitar. His mum narrates softly in the background during the montage. He started playing when he was 6. He didn't have fancy lessons. He learned everything by watching videos and teaching himself. Hours and hours. Sometimes late at night I had to remind him to sleep. But he loved it. Music made him feel safe. It made him feel brave. The montage ends, returning to the present, where Olly is now sitting backstage with a blanket over his shoulders. His mum brings him a warm drink, and he takes a small sip. His hands, still trembling from adrenaline, wrap around the cup. Another contestant, a teenager in the waiting area, sits beside him. Dude, you killed it out there, the teen says. Olly giggles nervously. Thanks. No, seriously, the teen continues, I thought I was good. Then I heard you and I was like, okay, that kid is insane. Olly blushes again, humbled by the compliment. The family sitting across from them joins in the praise. Parents smile warmly at him, and their children wave shyly. Olly waves back. Meanwhile, the judges prepare to wrap up the auditions for the day. Simon walks backstage briefly, checking in with the crew. As he passes by the hallway leading to the contestant area, he spots Olly sitting quietly with his guitar. Simon pauses for a moment. He walks toward the boy. The crew turns their cameras on, sensing something special. Simon stops beside Olly. The boy looks up, startled but excited. He tries to stand, but Simon gestures gently for him to stay seated. Simon sits down next to him. "Olly," he says calmly, "I didn't get a chance to talk to you properly earlier." Olly nods, trying hard not to shake. Simon continues, "I want you to know something. What you did today, that doesn't happen often. You didn't just play the guitar. You made the entire room feel your music. That's what makes a real artist." Olly listens carefully, eyes wide and full of admiration. Simon adds, "Don't ever change the way you play. Don't try to be someone else. Just be Olly." Olly swallows hard. I will. Thank you, Simon." Simon gives a small smile and gently taps the guitar body with his finger. "And take care of this. It's going to be your best friend for a very long time." He stands up and pats Olly on the shoulder before walking away. Olly watches him go, the encounter forever etched into his memory. The scene transitions to nighttime outside the theater. Fans crowd around the entrance, still buzzing about the young guitarist who stole the show. News reporters set up cameras to talk about the golden buzzer moment. Social media feeds flash with posts from audience members recording their reactions, tagging the show, tagging Simon, tagging Olly. Inside, Olly prepares to leave with his family. He walks through the hallway slowly, still absorbing everything that happened. The confetti still stuck in his hair glitters under the lights. As he steps outside, the crowd cheers when they recognize him. Some call out his name, waving. Others clap. Olly offers a shy smile and waves back. His mum holds his hand. His dad places a proud hand on his shoulder. One reporter leans forward and says, "Olly, your life just changed tonight. How does it feel?" Olly looks down at his guitar, then back up with a soft smile. "It feels like a dream. But if this is a dream, I don't ever want to wake up."